Hi, I'm Justin.
Kyle.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Eric.
I'm Tobin, and we are Flatfoot 56, and you are tuned in to The Grind on Punk Radio Cast.
We're Flatfoot 56 from the south side of Chicago. Feel free to move around, have a good time. Thanks for coming out. Let's have some fun. Here we go.
Hey everyone, welcome to The Grind, Volume 82, right here on punkradiocast.com. We are here in Saskatoon. Flatfoot 56, all the way from Chicago. How the hell are you guys doing today?
Doing very well, man. It's good to be here.
I think we're making it. Are we making it?
So Manos. We've also got our good buddy here, Taryn Cochran. He's joined us in the past for Dreadnoughts and Real Mackenzie's.
How's the tour been going so far? How are you enjoying Canada?
Canada is beautiful. We are finally getting to the point where we can actually get some sleep in the van without having our faces glued to the window, trying to see like bears and moose and
Rams.
mountains. It's been beautiful. We're like loving it. People are super nice. So,
What have the crowds been like so far in Canada?
I've been great. Really responsive. A lot of them have been getting into it and getting aggro, so it's been a lot of fun. Touring with the Brains has been awesome. Good guys, and it's been fun shows all the way, so it's been a blessing.
Your new album, Blackthorn, came out recently. It was pushed back a little bit from the original planned release date of St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
But you guys are also on Old Shoe Records now, as well as Stomp Records here in Canada. What's been the best thing since that album's come out for you guys?
It's been awesome just because it's something new. We've had about 2.5 years of just kind of holding on. People have waiting for something new to come out, so that's been awesome. A lot of just promotion, like a lot of opportunities came along. We're on Warped Tour in the States this year. Came up here to do this tour with the Brains, which has been really cool. And there's just a lot of good things happening. It's a snowball effect. You know, the more work you do, the more the record gets out there to people. So it's been cool to see what's happening now.
Now, is this the first time in Canada for the band?
We were here once before, a couple months ago, for a little weekend trip with the Planet Smashers. Yeah.
Getting to know the Stomp family?
Yeah, definitely. It was awesome. Definitely awesome. We played with them and the Brains also for a show and some other.
Hypnophonics. Yeah, those guys are great guys.
Yeah, definitely.
they're a great band. This is our full kind of across the whole Canada tour. So this is
Taking it town by town, city by city.
yeah. Before it was just Toronto, Montreal, and this is our first time doing the West and Central parts.
We were talking about family, the Stomp family, but family within the band itself. We've got some brothers here. How does the dynamic for that work? Is there a lot of little sibling rivalries? You guys are older now. You can probably keep it in check.
Not since these guys came along. They occupy our attention and beatings and. That's good.
There's no beatings.
Now we get each other's throats just like anybody else, but we've been doing it a while, so you kind of get over it, or you learn how to, say you're sorry, or hey, I'm a jerk. I think we do pretty well together. As brothers go, there's some people we know that they don't even talk to their brothers. So if we live in a van that's yay big or whatever, then we're doing okay.
So for your guys' new album, what was it like working with Johnny Rio, the Street Dogs? How did that all come about?
He's awesome. Johnny Rio is great. He's super fun to be with. We did it after a tour with the Street Dogs, so we were already friends, and so that made it really nice to be able to work with somebody you already know. You're not like meeting him for the first time when you decide to do the project. And so going into it, it was real relaxed and chill as far as doing the record. And he's got great ideas, and he really knows how to pull kind of the best out of you when making a record. And I think he did that with us when it came to our latest record. So it was super fun. Probably the best recording experience we've had. So.
How do you guys feel that you've grown musically in terms of your most recent release, going back to Grind Vol 56? So what kind of evolution have you guys personally felt within the band? Or we just skip to some sooner records if you want?
But no, it's as you grow. I mean, when we started the band in 2000, Kyle, our bass player, was 12. Justin was like 15. I was 17. So that was really kind of a beginning thing. But what we noticed is, life changes, the focus of your writing changes, your experience changes, and so, plus working with a great producer like Johnny Rio, he has a really good mentality of just asking you questions about what you mean by lyrics, how you want a song to be conveyed, and that really, bands really need that. I never really realized it in days past, like having people that really ask
the right questions.
The right questions to really get you to think about how it's coming across is really important. So You know, with any band, you know, you start out usually 9 times out of 10, if it's your first band, your band probably is a little rough at the beginning. And as time goes on, just hopefully it gets better and better, and hopefully you don't burn out. And we've been fortunate enough to be able to last a long time, so that's a really big blessing.
It goes out to old school punk rockers. You might remember this song from earlier days.
Skipped all the name changing, and we just stuck in the same band, and then finally we were good enough to go on tour. So we're like, all right, we got through all the high school bands. If we were gonna do this like normal kids, we would have been in 6 or 7 bands by now if we were gonna stick with it. So that puts us right about the same pace as everyone. So
What have you found is the most challenging thing, be it for a touring band or just to get everything, all the schedules together and be able to hit the right dates and everything?
Well, scheduling has worked out pretty good because none of us have lives.
Always helps.
Yeah. Now we're all pretty dedicated to this. It's always tough to find the finances to be like out on the road, but frankly, when we're out on the road, that's when we can afford, you know, life at home, because that's when you're out, you're working, and it's like the store's open, as our manager likes to say. But it's when we're at home, it gets a little more rough because you have to go and find work, or whatever you need to do to survive at home, with the knowledge that you're leaving in a month.
You have a new video you released called For Courage off the new album, which is a really great song. It's a really powerful video. How did the video come about, or who did you guys work with for the video?
Pretty much a friend of ours, a guy contacted us even before the record was finished and said, hey, I've been a video producer for a long time, and I've been a huge fan of your band. I'd really like to do a video for you guys, give you a really good deal and just work with you. I'm really trying to get my stuff out there. I know you guys you're gonna work hard enough to get it out there. So we were like, sure, let's see what you can do. And he put together all of it. He sat there and laid out the imagery he thought would be kind of cool for that particular song. We figured out what song would be the best, and Courage was kind of the song that kind of hit all of us after the recording was gone. This is probably going to be a good one that's broad, can hit the most amount of people. He laid it all out, great dude. His name is Kendall. He really did a good job. And in February, in the middle of winter, we got together in
Gary, Indiana,
one of the
home
worst.
of Michael Jackson.
Yeah, actually it's one of the roughest towns in the Midwest of the States. And they had this old abandoned church that was just decrepit. It was awesome looking. Looked like out of a war zone, and we just, from 10 o'clock at night till about 3 or 4 in the morning, we just played that song over and over and over again. The neighbors all complained, the cops came over, and we're like, hey, we got the information here, we're good for being here, and they lit up the entire place. That was cool. They also did a lot of it with green screen. It blew us away when we saw the finished product, and the concept of having the old man that we are all playing for revealed at the end was something that we kind of all collaborated on. We wanted something to punch people as soon as the video was over and kind of really hit the whole theme of the video home. And the guy who came out, probably in his 80s, showed up, froze his butt off for 2 hours, was a total champ, really good guy, and it was really cool to be able to just work with some really cool people that were really dedicated to doing it. So, and some of the guys that they did the pictures of their faces of are guys from our home neighborhood too. We got a few guys from local a coffee shop owner that we all hang out at this place every once in a while, isn't it?
It's a really great video, actually. It turned out really well. So, as for your guys' live set, obviously for people from Canada that haven't seen you guys, or from anywhere, I guess, really, what can they expect from a live show? You know, I've seen stuff online. It's pretty crazy, pretty intense. But is there anything they may not know?
Lots of bouncing, jumping around, and looking silly, having fun. Crowd participation.
Yeah, that's right.
We want everybody to be involved because it's not about us. It's about them. So we want everyone to have a really great experience, have the full entire experience, and not just stand in the back of the room going like this.
That's what I do, but I'm old and I get scared of the young kids running around. So
what we try and do is encourage people to move. That way they notice less mistakes on our part.
We've always kind of fed off the energy from the crowd, as well as just playing our normal, set. But it's always fun to see the kids react positively and move around and have a good time. So that's what we're all about.
For the promo video from Old Shoe Records for the Hourglass before the album was released, you guys had a theme in your live show. It was a Mexican theme, I believe. You guys have a new theme coming up, something with sharks. Am I right?
Every year we do a special theme for a festival we do in Illinois, and the past we did this is our 5th anniversary of doing just theme shows for that, and this week we're gonna do Shark Week, or and it should be pretty interesting. We usually give the kids a theme. We usually give the kids the theme of the show as soon as we possibly can, and then
they come dressed up or whatever.
Assume whatever we're gonna do. So we don't really give too many hints.
We did toga parties the year before, the mariachi like fiesta theme, and then before that we did like the super fans, the SNL sketch. The guys, they're all Chicago, the Chicago fans. So sports fans. So we did that.
It's basically an opportunity to get everybody involved. That's pretty much the theme of the band. Like, we don't do that at every show because the preparation
we put a lot into
is like months in advance. We constantly think of funny ways to make it come across in a good way. But the constant mentality of this band is generally to hold people kicking and screaming into that show so that it becomes an experience for them, and obviously like the records and stuff. But when it comes to the show, it's something that it's not just a band playing on stage, it's them being a part of it. That's what the shows were like when I was growing up, and it was what drew me to them, and that's what I think we wanted to present as a band. So to make a theme where kids can dress up and prepare themselves to come to was something that was really cool. This year we're gonna have everything from like huge fins for the circle pit, like for kids to like be running around with, to like chumming the crowd with like messed up like fake chum type stuff. Don't give it all this stuff.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to get out there before we wrap it up on you today?
Have fun. Love music.
Keep going to shows.
Yeah. Support your local scene.
Yeah.
It doesn't keep going unless you make it go. So.
Don't eat too much poutine.
Yeah, you guys had mentioned before that you really enjoy touring for the sake of finding new foods.
Yeah.
Poutine is something that you guys are, it's in your veins now?
It's kind of a split thing. I love it. All of my Monaco boys love it.
It's very good, but it's so heavy.
I think it's definitely a love-hate relationship because it tastes awesome, but it does tolls on your stomach, and
it's like boozing really hard. You know you're going to pay for it the next day, but it's so good at the time, right?
You start paying for poutine like
right away.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for your time, and look forward to catching your set.